All right. Well, we're going to stick around in this area for a while, and I'm going to tell you why. I had said to myself, okay, Derek, it's a new league week. Your coaches move on. Your team had to move on. It's time for you to move on as well. But again, we cannot get out of this, and this will not go away. This is going to stick around as long as the 2014 playoff, no pass interference, pick up the flag, Dez Bryant runs out to the field. This is going to stick around for just that long. It has lasting implications, from seeding to home field advantage to many other things. And to top it off, it is the team that we always go through this with, and not just us, but teams in general. So this is not going to go away. I'm not going to shy away from it anymore. I'm going to talk about it as long as there's something for me to talk about. And so this video today is there's two reasons I'm talking about it. One, I saw something today. First of all, Mike Florio is an absolute bum. I try to give him some type of love, but he's a bum, period. Then we have Peter King. Peter King was on his show today, and he spoke about how the NFL can fix this. They can fix what happened, and here's how they do it. You cannot send any other bodies over to a referee except the eligible bodies. So if number 70 is reporting eligible, you cannot try to be deceptive. If you do, it is followed by a penalty, 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, easy fix. Okay. If they want to implement that, which the competition committee might talk about it, I guarantee they talk about it in the offseason because it's polarizing, so they're going to want to talk about it. That's fine. Okay. But he brought that up. And here's what I love, what he said. And this is what made me make this video. He said, you know what bothers me about this whole thing is no matter what happened, if it was Dan Campbell's fault, if it was Brad Allen's fault, he said, there are games on Sunday. And we're going to be talking about this game from 7 days ago more than we're talking about the actual games taking place. And I couldn't agree with him more. So that prompted me to say, you know what, Derek? Make this video, brother. Make this video. There's nothing wrong with making this video. Okay. And here this is from Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce's YouTube channel called New Heights. And let's listen to what they had to say.
This play is designed for Tyler Decker to go up and declare eligible with the officials. Man, Taylor Decker. Sorry, Taylor. Skipper, who runs on the field, is told to run at the official and make it look like you're reporting. That is actually the coaching point that we have had for this exact play. You want the defense to think that the same guy that is reporting has already reported, but he's supposed to not report. Now, what took place on the field, I'll admit, it's hard to say. There is a universal symbol for declaring, which is this. That is the universal, hey, I am reporting is eligible. I don't think I see Skipper do the symbol, and it doesn't look like he gets close enough to declare eligible. I don't know what happened because I wasn't on the field. But what was supposed to happen is Decker was supposed to report. Skipper was supposed to make it look like he reported, and then Decker was supposed to catch a 2-point conversion pass, which he did. And I've heard people saying that Decker was covered. He wasn't. If you go back and look at that tape, I thought it was really clever by the Lions. They had the outside guy line up 2 yards off the ball, and the inside guy line up only a yard off, and you see the inside guy signaling to the official off the ball. You actually see him signaling, hey, I'm off, and getting the okay, which would make that a legal formation if it would have been reported the proper way from everyone involved. Either way, just a terrible way for this game to end because it was executed to perfection. Outside of the reporting.
Thick six, baby.
Play. Thick six to win the game. Can you? I mean,
on a 2-point conversion.
Thick two.
And there you have it. You have two Super Bowl winning players that talk about the Detroit Lions, how they executed the play. But here's the thing that I loved. Is Jason said we've actually had that same coaching point. So here's what I want you to think about as we try, and let me assure you, Dallas Cowboy fans, as you wait on your first Super Bowl in 30 years, oh, you haven't. Okay, say something new, right? Here's what I want you to think. We're still talking about this, and a player who does not give a care because he's on his way out is talking about that they had same coaching points. How could that be against the rules if the Philadelphia Eagles are one of the other teams trying it, which means that other teams in the NFL have coached this up. We just are the ones that did it first. That's how that works. So you have, and shout out to those guys, man, Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce, for talking about how good the play design was. And that essentially wasn't a good look for the NFL either. So this thing isn't going anywhere. I'm not gonna pretend like it doesn't matter. It does matter. It has huge implications for not only the playoff seeding, but this affected the city of Detroit as well. Whether we actually had a legit chance at the first seed, which we did, but we would have needed a ton of help. But that second seed was in our control. All we had to do was win out, and it would have been there. And what that would have guaranteed is a second home game. If we get to the divisional round, that would have come through Ford Field. It would have been great for the city of Detroit for the week leading up to that. Just like the 2 weeks before the Super Bowl and all the things that happen. And when a Super Bowl comes to your town, all the revenue that comes inside that city. And I know because I went shopping before trying to get some Lions gear, man, and you can't find anything. You can't find anything in the size that you need. So it would have been great financially for the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan. But instead, we have to go a different route. Now, we still can get the number 2 seed, but we need a basically Washington Giants upset over Philly and the Dallas Cowboys. And of course, we need to take care of a Vikings team that is still mathematically alive to get into the NFL postseason. So, I'm not going to shy away from this. I know we all want to move on, but you know what? We haven't moved on from Dallas. You can't say that you've sat there and it's been 9 years and you have moved on from the Dallas Cowboy game in the 2014 playoffs. So are we really going to move on from this? This thing is going to go, and like Peter King said, this thing isn't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. We're going to be talking about this next year. We're going to be talking about this 10 years from now because it impacts the game that much. So let me know your thoughts on what Travis and Jason had to say regarding the call. And what do you think about they coach the Philadelphia Eagles, and we know what they do and how they've been doing it for the past 2 years with their 1 yard quarterback sneak, that they've talked about this. They've coached this up. You think that it's not allowed if other teams are, and out of the 32 teams, that's 2 now that have admitted to that they do it. I'm sure there's a handful of teams, if not half or more of the league, that have thought of something similar. But if it was being deceptive in a wrong way, why would teams be talking about it? So you know what? I agree with Peter King. Make it just get it out of here. Make it a penalty, 5, 10, 15 yards, do away with it. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So look forward to the offseason. There's going to be maybe a penalty or something like that. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.